Thank you. So, why Springfield?
I get asked that a lot, and I choose to live here because Springfield is a place that I can enjoy the life I want.
I love the outdoors.
You can be on the lake in just a short drive.
It only takes me 10 minutes to get to work.
Or off to anywhere in the world.
I know my kids will be safe and well educated.
There are really good job opportunities after graduation.
I'm able to work remotely and create on a high level.
The healthcare options in this area are incredible.
The options for housing and cost of living are so affordable.
We have room to create.
I love to experience the excitement of sports.
Can't beat the food.
Or the drinks.
Why Springfield? Because all the pieces you need to create your own story are here. The only thing missing is you.
How do you become the person you're really meant to be? How do you reach beyond what you thought was possible? The answer isn't about the destination. It's in the journey. It starts when you become part of something bigger, when you join a community that works together to lift each other up, a place where you form lifelong relationships and encounter life-changing experiences. It all starts when you go beyond. At Drury University, we take a personalized approach in combining hands-on learning, meaningful mentorship, and real-world results to make sure you have every opportunity to succeed in both your life and career. Maybe it's fusing your passion for research with your devotion to caring for others, or turning your love of learning into a lifetime of teaching. Maybe it's realizing a busy life doesn't mean you have to give up on your lifelong dreams, or using music to do something more than just entertain, or combining your entrepreneurial spirit with your affection for the arts. The path you take is up to you, but you won't be alone. Along the way, you'll receive mentorship from faculty who take the time to understand you, whether it's staying after class to look over an assignment or just hanging out during office hours. Your journey starts here, but the Drury experience goes beyond the boundaries of the classroom and around the world. So get outside your comfort zone, join a club, play a sport, get loud, take center stage. Ask to have class outside just because you can. Fuse your brightest ideas with your best memories. And if you get knocked down, get back up. We'll be here for you. This is your journey. This is where you belong. Look around. This is where you become who you're meant to be.
Today will not be easy. But you did not choose the easy path. Easy is not who we are. We are Drury!
You will be tested every minute that you are out there. And you will be better for it. We are
Drury! There's no time for fear in this room. When I look in your eyes, I see focus. I see intensity. I see an unrelenting desire to be unstoppable.
You have been waiting for this moment, and your moment is here. Who are we? We are Drury!
Who are we? We are Drury! Who are we? We are!
And live from Jordan Valley Ice Park, Stan Melton Ice Arena. It is Drury Panthers and the ETBU Tigers. Hello, everybody. Steve Casson along with Grayson Griffin. He is the broadcaster for East Texas Baptist University. And cameraman here is Clark Lowe, along with Scott Lutzke, keeping us on the air back at home central. There's Scott with his pup. Like it, like the pup. So we are here. We finally got on the air. If folks needed to know what we had to do to get on the air, it is very crazy. And I know that, Grayson, you had firsthand knowledge of what we had to do to get on the air here. It takes a lot of people and not very many to get this going here. But this is going to be an interesting game. The Drury Panthers ranked number 17 in the Central Division at 9-3. The East Texas Baptist Tigers at number 17 in the West at 11-6-1. Let's take a look at the Cadence Insurance pregame show. And the Drury University Panthers, as I mentioned, number 17 in the ACHA Division II Central. They took a couple of victories over Illinois State, October 27th and 28th, 6-5 in a shootout and 2-1 in overtime. On November 3rd and 4th at St. Louis University, another pair of wins, 9-2 and 7-1. They win there. Now, the interesting thing about Drury is in their second season, they have just demolished teams on the road. They are 8-0 on the road, and they've won 4 games in a row here in this first half of the 23-24 season. Take a look at some of the leaders for the Drury University Panthers, and that includes Jacob Hawley. In 12 games, 7 goals, 19 assists, 26 points. Leads the team in both of those. He has a 4-game point scoring streak, and 5 points he garnered against St. Louis University last weekend. Second for the Drury Panthers, Ethan O'Rourke leads the team in goals with 12. He has 11 assists, 23 points in 11 games, a 2.09 points per game average. Leads the team in power play goals. He has 5. In game-winning goals, he has 3. And a streak continues for him, a 2-game goal and a 3-game assist streak for Ethan O'Rourke. Third on the team is Keegan Ferguson. He has a 2-game goal scoring streak, points in all but 2 games and 4 multiple point games. 8 goals, 13 assists, 21 points for Ferguson. Looking at fourth, Francis Young-Menard with a 4-game point scoring streak, a goal and 9 assists along during that 4-game point scoring streak. He had 7 assists against St. Louis University SLU, as they call them, and in 12 games, a goal and 16 assists for Francis Young-Menard. Tonight, Francis Young-Menard will catch his line in just a second, but Matthew Tisdale has a 2-game point scoring streak. He has 3 shorthanded goals, 7 points against St. Louis University. Seems like everybody scored against St. Louis in 12 games, 6 goals and 7 assists. Take a look at the goaltenders. Joshua Robbins in 5 games, he's 5-0, has a 1.40 goals against average, a shutout, and a very respectable 945 save percentage. Grayson Skirpan in 4 games, he's 2-2, 2.95 goals against average, a 908 save percentage, along with Brett Sweet. 3 games, he's 2-1 with a 4.54 goals against average. And our breakaway player is Tyler Kane. Has a 2-game point scoring streak, also has a shorthanded goal and 5 points, a goal and 4 assists against St. Louis University in 12 games, 2 goals, 5 assists, and 7 points for our breakaway player, Tyler Kane. Taking a look at the East Texas Baptist University Tigers and a couple of wins against Texas A&M. 4-2 and 6-3, and then a couple of losses against the University of Texas, 6-3 and 4-2 loss. The key about East Texas Baptist, they're on the road for 9 and 10 here this weekend, and then a 14-game road trip to end the season. Let's bring in Grayson Griffith. And Grayson, East Texas Baptist right now, they're going to be on the road. They're going to be battle tested by the time this season's over with.
Well, yeah, the Tigers have not had a home game since early October. They've been on the road. Last week took 2 losses against University of Texas. Did not play well. The following week they're able to win on the road. The Tigers on the road can go either way. It just depends if they can actually show up and run with the game plan that's brought by the coaches. They face off against Drury today and tomorrow, and in 2 weeks they'll face off against Baylor University to end off the 2023 year, and they start up once again in January against SMU.
Yeah, the key though right now, they're 7-2-1 with an overtime loss in the last 10 games, so that bodes well for this 17th ranked East Texas Baptist Tigers. They're number 17 in the West, 11-6-1. Let's take a look at some of the leaders for East Texas Baptist, and Trevor Begley is one of them. Now, these are ACHA stats based on all but the last 2 games, and we do have those updated stats. But at this point, by what we know, 9 goals, 7 assists for Trevor, 3 power play goals. We do have to update Tristan On's stats. He now has 6 goals and 8 assists for 14 points. Ronald Brigante 2 goals and 11 assists, 13 points. And Dmitry Sergeyev, we do have to update his. He got a goal last weekend, so he now has 6 goals and 7 assists, 13 points, averaging about 3/4 of a point per game. Taking a look at the Tigers goaltenders, Gavin McCutcheon has played most of the games and has a 2.83 goals against average and 2 shutouts. And it's Mike Crevier who played 1 game in goal. And Grayson, we were talking about that. Explain the reason why he played 1 game in goal, but he's also listed as a forward.
So Mika came from Canada on to play on the D3 Tigers team as a forward, while a couple of goalies got on IR in the preseason for the Tigers D2 team. Found out Mika played all of his juniors, all of his high school and young age as a goaltender. They put him in as a goaltender, so he played his first game as a goaltender against Texas State, winning 8-2. He also played 1 game against TCU as a forward, so he's touched the ice twice, once as a forward and once as a goaltender.
Take a look at the matchups between these two teams, and the Panthers, as we mentioned, coming in at 9-3. 11-6-1 are the Tigers, and goals for and goals against, well, you could call it relatively okay. Power plays, though, if you take a look at the power play statistics, again coming in to, well, not including last weekend's games, but 18 for 54, 33.3% on the power play for Drury, and they've killed 78.4% of the time shorthanded, 16.9%, 13 for 77, although that has been updated now on the power play with about 83% on the penalty kill for East Texas Baptist. Scott, I'm going to throw you something here. I don't know if you can get the other camera ready, but take a look at the cool setup. When I say setup, I mean suit that Grayson has. I know I was going to throw you a bone on this one, but see if we can take a look at that. My apology. There we go. My apologies, Scott. I threw him a bone, but take a look at that. I mean, is that unbelievable or what? You came prepared.
Yeah, so it's a superstition. The first ever game I went to, I wore the suit trying to stand out. I got it right on the Zamboni. And then ever since I started to wear it, won it, and I like to think I have a little bit of help when they won conference. I was there, wore the suit, and just ever since, it's been kind of a tradition, a superstition. Every home game, every away game, if the Tigers are playing, I'm wearing the suit.
Well, there you go, and you wear it today. Now, I hope we break tradition. If you're a Drury Panther fan, you want to break tradition here, you know, and maybe go 0 for at least once. But we'll see what happens. I mean, it's going to be a good game. It's a great suit. You know, I had to get dressed up just because of that. Right. But we actually have a lot of guests here. Yeah, I just realized I've got these brand new glasses, which they're clear, and then they have readers in the bottom.
That's nice.
Everyone says I look great with glasses. I don't think so.
I think so.
I don't think I look great at all anyway, but that's okay. But we are going to have, yeah, Scott looks great. There you go. Yeah. We are going to have a couple of other guests coming on at the first period intermission. I'm so excited to talk to Jeff and Jaw, as they're called, of SATO 48. That is a video, or, well, you basically you have 48 hours to make a movie. Yeah. And so we're going to talk to them about SATO 48, and we'll do that coming up at the first, possibly the second intermission. And that is going to be a lot of fun. So it's going to be a packed broadcast booth, as you can see, that we have here at Jordan Valley Ice Park in the Stan Melton Ice Arena. Okay, Scott, that's enough. That's all I can handle on camera right now. But again, sorry for throwing that out to you in the middle of our pregame report, but had a little bit of time to kill, so I thought we would do that as the teams are making their way out onto the ice right now. So Kevin Klein is the PA announcer, and we will hear from him on the on-ice festivities coming up in just a moment. But we'll let you know that the referees here tonight Mark Marzola and David Hill, and the linesman is Garrett Limpert. Let's join Kevin Klein, no, it's not the actor, for the introduction of the on-ice festivities.
Between the visiting East Texas Baptist University Tigers and your Drury University Panthers. Tonight's referees, Mark Marzala and David Hill, your linesman, Garrett Limpert. Your official scorekeeper and clock operator for tonight, Ryan Robb. Penalty box officials, Jaden Robb and Paul Higdon. Steve Casson, Scott Lutsky, and Amari Johnson with Web Sports Radio are your broadcast team. And our audio director is the maestro of music himself, Mick Ashlock. Now, ladies and gentlemen, let's welcome to the ice the East Texas Baptist University starting lineup. At left wing, number 19, Dante Petrini. At right wing, number 15, Tim Ruff. At center, number 10, Trevor Begley. At left defense, number 18, Jeremy Niven. Right defense, number 2, Ben Ireland. In goal, number 1, Gavin McCutcheon. The Tigers are coached by Chris Perry and Jason Moore. And now, Panthers fans, get loud as we meet the starters for your Drury University Panthers. At left wing, a freshman from High Prairie, Alberta, Canada, number 81, Keegan Ferguson. At right wing, a freshman from Penticton, British Columbia, Canada, number 10, Ethan O'Rourke. At center, a freshman from Tulsa, Oklahoma, number 19, Jacob Holly. At left defense, a freshman from Fishers, Indiana, number 5, Hunter Finley. At right defense, a junior from St. Paul de Abbotsford, Quebec, Canada, number 13, Francis Young Manard. And in the net, a freshman from Calgary, Alberta, Canada, number 35, Brett Sweet. The Panthers are joined tonight by 7-year-old Corbin Spare, a student at Springfield Lutheran, and a participant in Jordan Valley Ice Park's Springfield Mites. The Panthers are led by head coach Jeremy Law, assistant coaches Cliff Cook and Brent Lathan. The Panthers athletic trainer is Sarah Robinson, and the strength coach is Corey Roy. Now, ladies and gentlemen, on this Military Appreciation Weekend, we ask you to continue standing if you're able. And gentlemen, please remove your caps as we honor our great nation with the playing of the American National Anthem.
National anthem from Jordan Valley Ice Park, Stan Melton Ice Arena. It is loud in here. We hope that you will be able to hear us as the fans are getting ready to go. We are getting ready to go. And thanks for joining us. Along with Grayson Griffith and Clark Lowe on camera, Scott Lutzke at home keeping us on the air. I'm Steve Casson. Thanks for being here as the Drury Panthers will take on the East Texas Baptist Tigers, both number 17. Drury 17 in Central, East Texas Baptist 17 in the West. The military jerseys are adorned for Drury, white and red, and East Texas Baptist in blue, white, and I guess yellowish gold is what we can call it there. So we're ready to go here in the first period as Drury will skate from the left to the right, East Texas Baptist from the right to the left. And the first home games in a while for the Drury Panthers are underway. It'll be quickly Hunter Finley on the right side. He'll drop it all the way around. It'll be chipped by Jeremy Niven. 4 goals, 8 assists for him this season. Grabbed now by Niven. He'll bring it up down the middle. It sends it all the way around to the far side now to the near side. Just underway in the first period. Board battle there at the half board, swung all the way to the other side. Not able to get to it is Riley O'Connor and sent right back in. Kept on side, and a drive and a secondary follow-up by Timothy Ruff is blocked into the corner. First couple of shots put on. And now do we get a potential interference call? We don't, as going to the bench is Dante Petrini. The officials say play on, so they do. Line change for both teams. Puck off the stick of Dmitry Sergeyev. And it's at center ice. Be grabbed by Niven. Chipped off the play, taken by the Ice Bears' Matthew Tisdale. Tisdale double teamed. Coming in with a forecheck, it's Riley O'Connor. It's the line of Tisdale, O'Connor, and Louis Fournier. Now over to the far side. Puck squirts free, taken away and grabbed by Dmitry Sergeyev. Off of his stick and sent back in the zone by Tristan On. Had a goal last weekend, now has 6 on the year. Puck is flipped in and sent around, that is, by Caleb Kearns. Over to the far side, now held in. A drive comes in by Schmitz, save, rebound. And right on the line there to hold it in was Labutis, although it was tipped away from him and kicked back out to center ice. Sent all the way around now with 18:13 to go in the period to the near side boards. We haven't had a stoppage yet. Puck is cleared out to center and taken by Carson Luce. Intercepted though, and the Ice Bears will send it all the way around and drop it to the near side boards. Puck comes right up the middle. Grabbed by Kearns. He'll bring it out to center, has 4 goals. We get finally an icing, the first one, in about 2 minutes and 8 seconds. Well, is this the start you expected from ETBU?
You know, not really. The Tigers like to just attack the net here, but the good thing is the Tigers are a little prone to go to the box early in the game. The longer they can stay out of the box, the longer they're in this game. It's plain and simple for the ETBU Tigers.
Draws one taken by the Tigers. Zeiss will send it around. 4 goals, 5 assists for him out of Prosper, Texas, averaging just over a half a point a game. Puck to the far side. It is on the line, not able to be held in by Tyler Sillenpaw. Delayed offside, and it's cleared back out for Drury and Devin Gilligan. Gilligan's pass will be sent more like a shot, rimming all the way around the boards. Panthers will line change. Pushing his way through and trying to get something going is Brody Behan. Now a drive comes in, and it's blocked in front. Cody Lorenko is right there to get a drive. Now a centering pass goes off and past the goaltender as Tyler Kane got the shot. It's the line of Kane, Lorenko, and Patrick Labutis now. Puck kicked in with 17 minutes to go in the period. Held in, right side. Brigante with a drive that goes to the near side boards now as it trickles free and sent all the way down into the ETBU end of the ice. Once again, it's Brigante again. He'll try to work it out to Trevor Begley, who does get it out as far as center ice and back down into the Drury end. 16:33 to go in the period. Short line change. At least one player comes off for the Tigers. And the player that comes on is there to touch the puck. That happens to be Alec King. Panthers steal, comes right out in front, and it goes right to the right and bounces off of the stick of Xavier Abel. Now the Panthers with it again. A left side drive, score!
Well, that goal right there was scored by number 81, Keegan Ferguson, assisted by number 5, Hunter Finley. And that brings Keegan Ferguson up to 9 goals and 13 assists. Well, Finley hanging on by that right circle, centers it through the slot in front of the face of McCutcheon, and Ferguson was locked and loaded for that slap shot. He went top shelf where mama hides the cookies. You heard it hit the post and bounce into the net of McCutcheon, and the Panthers will score 1-0. Goal lead here with 16:07 here in the first.
His 9th of the season, scored by number 81, Keegan Ferguson. Assisted on the play by number 5, Hunter Finley, and number 33, Xavier Abel. Time of the goal, 4:53.
The 9th of the season by Ferguson, and it is a 1-0 Panthers lead. They come again, drive in, all safe, rebound, loose shot, it hit the post. Ferguson was looking for a second shot, and the puck saved by the goaltender McCutcheon and hit the combination post crossbar and went wide. Goalie's best friend keeps it a 1-0 game.
Now, Steve, it looked like to me that Ferguson, he thought it went in, and he actually started to go with a little bit of a pace skate over to this near side, and he was flabbergasted when he didn't hear the whistle.
Yeah, that was not a goal, and you don't want to give up until you know, and yet usually the whistle. Puck is flipped back down to the ETBU zone. Drury Panthers now scoring their 10th goal at home. They've given up 19 this season. They're not, too good at home, if you want to call it that. 1-3 on the season, but we mentioned 8-0 on the road. Here they come again. Panthers with it, left side drive and a pad save. Good save there as Matthew Tisdale teed it up on the left circle. Puck is taken away out to center ice. Getting upended is Tyler Sillenpaw, and the officials say play on. Glove down by Brett Sweet. Goaltender flips it into the corner out of Calgary, Alberta, Canada. 14:37 to go in this period. Sweet out as a line change for ETBU. Panthers in their own zone. Devin Gilligan. Now board battle around the referee. He gets out of the way. Panthers still can't get in control. Tigers with it. Right side drive by Kearns. Blocked in front. Rebound out in front. Save. And the secondary shot. Save again. And covering it up is Sweet. As the best offensive chance now for the Tigers results in a couple of saves by Brett Sweet.
Well, Sweet was just automatic there in his crease. There were 3 shots fired, one by Caleb Kearns, and the next 2 rebounds were by number 18, the captain, Jeremy Niven, and Sweet was all over that.
Draw one taken by the Panthers, and they will get it out and send it down. Patrick Labutus does the honors and gets it into the corner. Ground by the Panthers, taken by Begley. 9 goals, 7 assists for Trevor Begley. Puck sent back down into the ATBU end of the ice, no icing. It's been waved off. Lourenco, 2 goals, 3 assists for Lourenco out of Winnipeg, Manitoba, Canada. Driving in was King. Puck steered into the corner now. Shots are 8-2. They favor East Texas Baptist. And again, on that last flurry, 3 shots recorded. Now we're going to get a penalty. It's going to be a hooking call, delayed call. And Cody Lourenco will go to the box. They're going to call slashing, actually. So Lourenco will go.
Well, that penalty was committed on the Tiger, number 25, the Russian Dmitry Sergey from Moscow. Well, the Tigers' first chance at seeing their penalty or their power play unit. For the Tigers, it's on and off. Sometimes it's automatic. Other times they can't keep the puck in the attacking territory, but they've been working on it through these practices and the time off, and so far it's looking so good for the Tigers.
For slashing.
Slashing the call, as you hear from public address announcer Kevin Klein. Puck comes right in on the side of the net, and it'll be Sweet who will hold on to that one. 12:49 to go in the period. First power play for the Tigers. They 16.9%. Drury does have one shorthanded goal. The only shorthanded goal this season, Hayden Doggett. Take that back. They know they don't have one. They have 5. Updated stats show 5 shorthanded goals this season for the Drury Panthers. 120 remaining in the power play. Puck to the corner, back behind the net. Trying to work the puck and look for some opportunity here with 1:06 to go is ETBU. Ruff sends it over to the far side. Puck is taken away and cleared, and the Panthers will get penalty kill unit number 2 out. Sent by Brigante all the way down, and the Panthers trying to break, but they cannot clear. Shot comes in, it's blocked off a skate. Panthers are able to clear on the backhander by Fournier. He'll get it out. Grab by Gunto. Helped defensively by Brendan Zeiss. Sent right back in. 27 seconds remaining in the power play. 1-0 lead for the Panthers. Drive comes in, it's blocked, save, rebound up over as Zeiss got the first shot, and the secondary effort went up over the goaltender. Into the corner. Now out to the near side. Returned all the way back by Zeiss. To the half boards. Working it through his King. Over to the right side. A good deflection. It is out to center ice. And Drury finally getting tired penalty killers off. Power play is expired. We're back to 5-on-5. Out of the box, going to the bench is Lourenco. And here come the Panthers. They have a 2-on-1, now a 3-on-1, but they can't get anything established. Getting pulled off the play is Ferguson. And the puck is returned back into the Panthers zone by Zeiss. So ETBU trails 1-0 as the Panthers get the first goal at 4:53, Ferguson's 9th. Puck centered out in front, deflected away, and grabbed by Niven. Returned back out as the Panthers will regroup. They get it on the right side to O'Rourke. Cross now right out in front as they tried to return pass to Hawley. It didn't connect. Hawley with it again. Work to the corner now. Grabbed by On. ETBU with some pressure now as the Tigers try to get something going here. They have everything except a goal. And Drury on top 1-0. Across the line, working it is Ferguson. Centered right out in front, and it just missed. Calling and directing traffic is Hawley. Puck up the middle, and a good save, good pad save, as the shot from Francis Young-Menard was deflected away by the goaltender McCutcheon, who's played most of the games, in fact all but one this season. Gavin McCutcheon out of Mississauga, Ontario, Canada. Under 10 minutes to go in period number 1. Stay tuned, intermission. We will have the guys from SATO 48 right here in Springfield, Missouri. It's a 48-hour film challenge, and you have 48 hours with which to film a 5-minute film. And they have ways to make sure you don't cheat. And we'll talk about all of that. Puck sent down in. Flipped up to the far corner. Taken by Carson Luce. 4 goals, 4 assists for him. Across the line, drive in, pad save by Sweet. Steered into the corner, but the Panthers having a hard time getting the puck out. Now they'll move it across the line. It's a 2-on-3 actually into the zone. Here is O'Connor with a drive that gets deflected up and into the net, or excuse me, into the glove. The netting is what I meant to say. The netting of the glove of the goaltender, McCutcheon.
Now McCutcheon not afraid to flash the leather. He can hold his own on that stick side, but the glove side is where he excels in a very large amount. We've seen a lot throughout the previous games, a lot of incredible split saves from Gavin McCutcheon, grabbing that puck out of the air. What looks like a very far reach, he's able to grab it and reach out with the leather.
Shots 12-6 in favor of the Panthers. Excuse me, in favor of the Tigers, as the play is sent all the way down to the ETBU end of the ice. Panthers and Tigers, you know, they're both animals. I'm not sure which is better than the other. They're both dangerous, right?
I would say so. They're both cool to see in a zoo as well.
Yeah, that's the key, in a zoo, not out in the wild at all.
See the videos of the pet Panthers or the pet Tigers in the house, and I'm just thinking to myself, no way I could do that.
Yeah, that's absolutely crazy. Puck sent to the far side at the half boards, taken by Lorenko. Drop down in low, working it around now is Patrick Labutis. It's the line of Labutis, Lorenko, and Kane into the corner. Grabbed by Young Menard, his defensive partner Hunter Finley. Puck to the far side. Lind is there, got a goal last weekend, did Lind. Oh, now we get, who's that? That is Lind down. Play continues, shot misses wide off the stick of Tyler Kane. Lind looks like he's okay, but he is going to the bench. The officials say play on, so nothing doing there. And the puck is cleared to the red line and taken by the Panthers again. Across the line. Shot in, and unfortunately it hits a Panther and gets deflected back out, delayed offside. That'll be cleared. 6:57 to go. Here in this first period, it's been a fast-paced one. I still think we're trying to catch our breath. Puck across the line, and a drive missing by King, and then we get a whistle for a stoppage in play.
Now the last two times these teams met was last year in the 2022-2023 season. In September 30th, the Tigers won 7-1, and then the following day, the first day of October in 2022, the Tigers ended up winning again 7-3. But like you've said earlier, this is a new team and a very well team for Drury, especially through that offseason in the beginning of this, halfway through this season, and the Tigers as well, a lot of large changes for them.
Here comes Abel across the line. He gets stood up and thrown down. Xavier Abel is the answer to a trivia question, and that question is, who scored the first goal in the history of the Drury Panthers? That's Xavier Abel.
Well, that is a great stat to have. I would love to have that, you know.
I'd love to be the first goal scorer, but it's not when I played. Puck hits the back of Abel, grabbed by Ireland. I played for Cal State Fullerton, and what happened after I played? The team folded.
Oh, wow.
Puck goes into the corner. Well, they had to at the time. They were playing in a very small rink, and the rink was in a mall, and the mall closed the rink.
Oh.
So we had no place to play. So my hockey career was short-lived unless I wanted to leave Southern California, but who wants to leave good weather?
Exactly. No, it's still 70s in the summer and not 102 in Texas.
Puck up the middle, right side on a pad save as Justin Briere got the drive. Here come the Panthers across the line. O'Rourke centering it through, and it missed everyone. Now up top, left side, drive comes in, it's blocked. Down in front was Zeiss to get in front of that shot, and it was a hard one by Gilligan. Gilligan with it again. Left side looking for someone. It goes behind the net, unfortunately. Taken by Sillenpaw with a drive, and it's tipped in front off the stick of Hawley. Panthers all of a sudden putting some pressure on. Here comes O'Rourke. Line of O'Rourke, Hawley, and Keegan Ferguson, who has the only goal in this game thus far, coming at 5:53 of this period. Puck gets flipped up. and out of play. Well, Scott Lutsky texted and he said, you know, there might be some Bears in here too, and that's probably true. Several Missouri State Bears are probably watching this game also. 4:40 to go in the period.
Well, we know the Drury Panthers, they share with, like you said, the Missouri State Bears. Well, the Tigers, they also share a rink with a NAHL team, a NAHL team, the Shreveport Mudbugs. So we definitely know the feeling of having to see another different team watching that's not playing.
Mudbugs. I remember the Macon team. Are they still in?
No, right now for just Shreveport, it's the Shreveport Mudbugs.
Okay, there was the Macon Whoopie. Remember them?
Heard of them, yes.
Yeah, I wonder if they're still around or not.
Well, I'll definitely have to look during the intermission.
Puck comes in left side, and right out in front on the right corner was O'Connor, and he couldn't pick it up. Goes behind the net. Swept off the boards by Petrini and sent all the way down. Dante Petrini, 5 goals, 4 assists out of Bakersfield, California. Speaking of Californian folks. Puck down in low, back into the ETBU zone with 3:46 to go in the period. Puck right out in front, and oh, what a save. Kicking out his left leg was the goaltender McCutcheon on Matthew Tisdale's bid, and it's sent all the way down. In the Drury Panthers end, still a 1-0 contest. And do we look back on that and say, wow, could have been at least 2 or 3 as we get a shot that comes in and it's covered by Brett Sweet. That's what you need is your goaltender to make some saves, and McCutcheon has made some huge saves there. Keeping it still a 1-0 game.
Between both pipes, Sweet and McCutcheon, it has been a goaltender's game here, even really early in this game in the first. But Sweet showing some fantastic moves alongside his defensive line for the Drury Panthers, and same there with Gavin McCutcheon.
Breaking in front is Labutis. He's looking for some help. Labutis around Ireland sends it down in low. Now working for Lourenco. Cody gets pushed off the play, taken away by Ireland of ETBU, looking for his first goal of the year. Does have a couple of assists. Puck down to the right side. Oh, what a big hit. Neil Serrato slams down Brie, and we get the puck back in the ETBU zone. Apparently everything's good in the eyes of the officials. Carson Luce, left side. Luce with it. Luce working around. So we take a look at that one. What a hit, just lining him up. And the officials say play on. So we do. 2:33 to go. Puck sent all the way down, and it'll be retrieved by East Texas Baptist and Jeremy Niven. 1:20 to go in the period. Make that 2:20 to go in the period. Panthers with Gilligan. Across the line. His shot bounces off into the corner. Behind the net for O'Rourke. Gilligan again. Sent to the corner as the Panthers will work it one more time with O'Rourke. He shoots in. It's blocked and out to center. 1:50 remains in this period. 1-0 in favor of the Panthers. Oh, bad pass. Puck stolen. Taken by Petrini. It's a 2-on-1. Petrini now over to the right side. Drive, score! It started with a bad pass and it ends with a goal. And it's a 1-1 game.
And the Tigers relentlessly trying to find the equalizer, which they do. And that is by the assistant captain, number 10, Trevor Begley, assisted by number 19, Dante Petrini. He came down on this near side with some speed to the left circle. Sees Begley hanging over to the right side off of that left shoulder of a Sweet, and gives the selfless pass, and Begley will tie the score up for the Tigers.
Trevor Begley, assisted on the play by number 16, Blake Branham, and number 19, Dante Petrini. Time of the goal, 18:25. Begley from Branham and Petrini at 18:25.
So Begley will get his 10th of the season, and it is a 1-1 game. And again, it started with a bad pass that was intercepted. And now with a minute left, a shot comes in off the stick of Young Menard, steered aside once again by McCutcheon. Up high. Is it centered in the corner? Looking for Fournier. Fournier with it, tried to bank it off the back of the net. It didn't work, and now the puck gets caught in the net, and we'll get stoppage and play. 41.1 seconds left.
Well, like he said, the junior number 10, Trevor Begley, he finds his 10th goal. He is the leading scorer for the Tigers, as well as the leading points leader with 17 points, 10 goals now, and 7 assists for number 10, Trevor Begley.
Panthers with it. A drive by Ferguson gets deflected up and out of play with 33.9 seconds left.
Well, I haven't seen that. The puck went over the outside net, didn't hit it. It flew up, hit the rafters, and bounced out of the rink. That's always something cool to see.
34.4 seconds remains. It's a 1-1 game. Goals by Ferguson is 9th at 4:53, and then at 18:25, Begley is 10th. Puck comes all the way down. We will not get an icing call. Racing forward is Young Menard with 23 seconds left. Panthers looking to get another at least attempt here, but it's taken away and cleared by Gunthrow. Panthers with 15 seconds flip it up and into the scorers table, and we will have a stoppage in play. Shot 16-9, and they favor ETBU.
Well, honestly, after seeing so far the first, you wouldn't think that. It looks like the Tigers have been playing a lot of defense, and Drury has been attacking hard in Tiger zone, but there have been bursts of life from the Tigers back to attacking the net of the Drury Panthers.
We saw it early on when there was a series of shots on goaltender Brett Sweet as time expires in this period. And it has been ETBU that has turned things around after that goal. So right now, after one period of play, it is a 1-1 game. Again, Ferguson is 9th at 4:53, and it was a 1-0 lead for the Panthers. Finley and Abel with the assists. And then at 18:25, East Texas Baptist, Begley his 10th. Branham and Petrini with the assist. 1-1 is where we stand after a period of play. Brett Sweet faces 9 shots. Gavin McCutcheon. And we'll take that, we'll reverse that. Brett Sweet faces 16 shots. And Gavin McCutcheon faces 9 from Drury. And 1-1 is where we are after one period of play. We'll take a break, and then what I'm excited to do is talk to a couple of guys that are the heads of SATO 48. It is a filmmaking weekend, and we'll talk all about SATO 48 coming up in just a moment. 1-1 after 20 minutes of play. Drury and East Texas Baptist.
Pearson Kelly Office Products presents
Great Moments in Office Technology.
When Julie gets bored at work, she writes funny captions to pictures of animals she found online. Then she realized she could send all of her pictures in one gigantic message to her coworkers. At that moment, Julie created Junk Email. Now, employees can enjoy their days watching auto-tuned sneezing pandas. There are plenty of ways to waste your company's money. Your copier shouldn't be one of them. Pearson Kelly Office Products. Business made simple.
We are back at Jordan Valley Ice Park, Stan Melton Ice Arena. Steve Casson along with Jeff Klinkenbeard. And guys, I'm going to try to get your microphone set up here so everyone can hear you. I think we are good to go. And we are live. Yes, we are.
Oh, we are live.
Yes, we
Fantastic.
are. Absolutely. And I can hear you too. We'll crank you up just a little bit more.
All right, great.
But basically known as Jeff and Jaw of SATO 48.
Yeah.
And we're going to figure out what SATO's 48 is all about right now.
Yeah, that's right. So SATO 48 is about filmmaking. It stands for Springfield in the Ozarks 48-hour film challenge.
Where teams of filmmakers have 48 hours, just 2 days, to make a 5-minute movie. The twist, they don't know what that film has to be about until it is revealed to them in the form of an inspiration package. And Steve, that inspiration package can be anything, including things they cannot do.
Yes.
Like one year we said, no guns. You can't use guns in any of your stories, and all the male filmmakers said, I don't think I can tell a story without a gun in it.
Well, you know, one of the interesting things is that you do have that inspiration package, and the reason for that is so somebody can't just create a film and submit it right away and say, here's my film, because there's a lot of different things involved. Let's take a look at some of the things that are involved with SATO 48. Okay, one of the things that I have to say that I really like about SATO 48 is that part in there where it says meal breaks. That's my favorite part. No.
Yeah. Well, food on a set is not food, it's fuel.
Absolutely.
Because these are long days and everybody has to be super sharp, so, the first rule is feed your crew.
Yeah. One of the best food is flat Coke and M&M's without peanuts.
Okay.
Insider tip.
Flat Coke and M&M's without peanuts.
But
okay.
You've done this before too, haven't you?
I have, yeah. So, and I did the inspiration package, and I was trying to figure out what the second thing was, and it could have just been maybe because besides having items as the inspiration package, like you say, no guns, I think ours was something about going back in time or something, but it was a very weird item. It was, it had a weird shape, kind of like a H, but it wasn't an H, but it was a Z.
Two pieces?
Two pieces.
That was our 10th anniversary, and you took these two abstract pieces, and you put them on a mirror. They spelled the word D-I-X, which is 10 in French.
Okay, yes.
Yeah.
But then you had to mention it like 3 times, a minimum of 3 times.
Yes.
I mean, things like that. That's what I remember with the inspiration package. But that's the key, is folks cannot film something in advance, and you do it in such a way that you can't film it and then, I'll edit in this, and then I'll edit in that. And no, you can't do that either.
And Steve, it's more than that. Every single frame has to be created within the 48 hours, so you can't use stock footage. You can only win the music award if you have original music or you have a relationship with a musician. So just downloading music, because we want the filmmakers to start having relationships with other artists, because that's how you make your best work, just like a team.
Sure.
Yeah, going by the inspiration packet, that's the only way we know that they did this in 48 hours. Otherwise, there's no way of knowing. Like you said, they can put the pieces together.
John, let's get your microphone up just a little bit there. There we go.
So when they use it, that's how we know that they are doing it in 48 hours. Otherwise, there's no way that we can tell that they did it in 48 hours.
And the other way you can tell is at the end of it, they're like, I hate this event. I hate it. And then they immediately go, but next year, here's what I'm going to do differently.
Now, one of the things that you did do differently is there were several people that said, hey, I'm a single person. I want to be on a crew. Because usually it's crews that come in and they will submit, who their folks are going to be. Mm-hmm. And there's more to just being a crew. You need to have a writer. You need to have an editor. You need to have the actors. You need to have sound. I mean, there's so much you have to do. You even have to make sure that all the music and everything you're using has all the releases.
That's right.
You're like a film studio.
Yes, and the main reason for making sure you have the rights to everything is some of the films end up on SATO 48, the TV show, which is on the Ozark CW, and that's federal broadcast. So we have to adhere to all the federal rules and laws. So it's a real world experience and fun.
The filmmakers make their film. After that, they go through a selection committee process where the films are selected according to the categories. So the committee of people who are people from the community, they watch movies because they love movies. We try to make sure that they're not pundits or they're not instructors. Just people who love movies, they pick the top 10s on each categories. We give them for directing, editing, and so forth, like the Academy style. Once we get the top 10s, we take them to the international judges. We have judges from around the world, colleagues who are working in the field respectively. If it's directing, he's a director working in either feature or movie, editing the same way. After we get our top 10s, then we get out the awards.
Now, I know there's a very strict rule. 5 minutes.
Yes.
It can be less, but no more. And I know some really good, and I don't know how you can do this, but I know some really good entries because when we go to review them, you say to the people, hey, just want to let you know, this is not votable because it was a minute, or it was 5 minutes and 2 seconds.
Yes.
Yes, it's the real world. You know, you can't go over on a television show by 2 seconds.
Absolutely.
Everything be thrown off. But we do. You made a good point. No matter what, we do screen all the movies at the Moxie, even those that were late. They're just not eligible for awards because we do want to recognize the efforts of the filmmakers, and it's a great place to bring your friends and family to go to the Moxie, watch a movie. And we do. We have a stand-up session where we have a Q&A where the filmmakers get to talk about their experience and all the things that went wrong and all the things that went right. So it's a great afternoon at the Moxie. And then as Josh said, the awards ceremony, which from the clip is the Oscars of the Ozarks. People get statuettes that are heavy and $100, and they get to give an acceptance speech. And then it's really kind of a best of because we show the winners.
Yeah, you know, the show's great. Just in itself. Now,
do you like the host of the show?
Oh, absolutely. I like both of the hosts.
Well, that's fine too. Go ahead.
Okay. But, you know, the thing is about it is you go to it, and like you say, you get to see some great films. But one of the, I don't want to say new because it's been around for a little bit, but it only was at the theater at the Moxie, or sometimes didn't you have it at the Gilloy's too?
Yeah, the Gilloy's is the award ceremony.
Yeah. And so you would see the films at the Moxie, which was great, but sometimes you couldn't see them all. Now they're all online, which is so much nicer to be able to watch and see. I mean, sometimes I'll spend a weekend just binge watching them, and they are so good. The thing that I like is by adjusting the rules a little bit, because like you say, there were some shows for a while that was just nothing but guns and killing and things like that, which is great because it shows how people can be creative.
Yes.
But at the same time, that's all it was. And I know that you want to see different creativity. There was sometimes where people were in space or in a box somewhere, or went back in time, and things like that.
And to be clear, the inspiration package changes every year, so it's not the same year over year. This past year, we didn't have any rules about what you could or could not use or do. But we do try to keep sort of send the message, have some variety in your storytelling.
So for people that are watching right now that may not necessarily be in Springfield, but say, hey, this sounds kind of cool, I might want to do this, where can they go to get information?
Go to SATO48.com.
That's SATO48.com.
Yeah, so we allow anyone to enter. So we have teams from England, and we had teams from Sri Lanka that have joined.
And also Nixa.
And Nixa.
Oh, yeah.
And Texas.
Well, you know where Jason Bourne's from, right?
No.
Jason Bourne is from
Joplin?
No, you just mentioned it.
Oh, Nixa.
He's from Nixa.
Wow.
Oh, yeah, I didn't know that he was from Missouri. Yeah, Nixa. Okay.
Yeah. And I don't know which Jason Bourne movie it was, but one of them, he asks his handler, where was he born? She says, you're born in Nixa, Missouri. I don't know who got paid off to say that.
That's right. Oh, Nixa.
Somebody did, that's for sure. So we are running out of time, but I definitely want to get into something in the next intermission if you guys want to stay around for that. But a couple of things I want to talk about is what got you started? What was the deciding factor to say, I want to put on a SATO 48 Film Fest?
Well, we're in our 19th year. 21 years ago, we participated on the filmmaking side in New York. And we submitted a film, we were the writers and editors, and that kind of got us hooked. And then we came back to Springfield for Christmas. One of our mentors said, hey, you should start that event here. We're like, okay, let's do it. Community Foundation of the Ozarks got us some seed money, and we ran with it.
What are some of the things, and I know that we'll do it in the next period, we will talk even more in depth, but what are some of the things that are challenges, I guess, in trying to get this going? Did you run into any roadblocks?
Oh. Well, the first year, we thought we'll be lucky if we have 15 teams sign up. Well, we had 35. That's a lot more than we were prepared for. So we were burning DVDs. This is in the day, Steve, when you had to burn DVDs and send them by DHL or FedEx around the world.
Right, yeah. So, the title is also Film Challenge. So with the challenge that comes, you don't see that as something that cannot be passed. You got to make sure to go further. So I wouldn't say we have any kind of challenge that we can say that, we can get through, make sure that we got through.
Except a good challenge, which is every year we improve, we change. Our family says, why are you still running around like chickens with your heads cut off after 19 years? It's like, because it has to be new. Because our constituents are young at heart, and they're ambitious, and they expect something to be modern and inclusive and exciting and smooth, and so that takes time.
And it's fascinating how Springfield is very creative. We have young kids who are in it as well. We ask, do you want the kids section? They said, no, we want to compete with the everybody else. So, yeah.
And we have our international judges often say to us, first of all, where is Springfield, Missouri? Because they are so impressed with the films that come out of SATO 48. And a lot of times they'll say, can I pick 2 number ones? And we're like, no, your job is to pick 1 number one. So there's a lot of quality out there. And I'm not surprised that you spend weekends binging, because there are really such variety of films.
Okay, so a quick story time in the last minute or so we have before we get out to the next period, but we'll talk more in a second. One day, there's nothing I wanted to watch. Zero. I couldn't think, I didn't want to watch sports, I didn't want to do anything, but I wanted to pick me up. And it must have been serendipity, because I had searched on the internet for something, and all of a sudden, the search bar had SATO 48 and something I had watched before come up. I clicked on it, and I said, oh yeah, I remember that. And I just started watching, and my day was better after that.
Oh, wow, that's great.
We're going to add that to our success story.
Absolutely. I'm a success story in my own right.
Yeah, that's right.
Well, we have about a minute or so we're going to talk about more in the second intermission, and just as they say in the video world, we're going to plug what we're going to talk about in the second period. But I want to talk about some strange things that have happened, and some issues that maybe you thought, oh, this is it, we're done. Things like that.
Yeah, sure. We'll talk about the challenging side, the unexpected. Yeah,
absolutely. And then we'll talk about some of the ones that you think were winners, and some that, and you don't have to name what might have been the losers, but just the premise.
We divide the films into 2 categories: great and near great.
Okay, we'll talk about great and near great in moments, but we're going to take a break, and when we come back, it'll be the next period of hockey in just a moment. This is Jeff and John of SATO 48, so thanks for joining us here. We'll be back in a moment.
Pearson Kelly Office Products presents
Great Moments in Office Technology.
When Julie gets bored at work, she writes funny captions to pictures of animals she found online. Then she realized she could send all of her pictures in one gigantic message to her coworkers. At that moment, Julie created junk email. Now, employees can enjoy their days watching auto-tuned sneezing pandas. There are plenty of ways to waste your company's money. Your copier shouldn't be one of them. Pearson Kelly Office Products. Business made simple.
We are back at Jordan Valley Ice Park, Stan Melton Ice Arena. Second period about to start. This time, ETBU skates from the left to the right, and DU, Drury University, from the right to the left. Fresh 20 minutes are on the clock. It is a 1-1 contest, and we get a false face-off here. We'll do it all again. Grayson Griffith joining us, and Grayson, sorry to kick you out of the broadcast booth, but I had a couple of bigwigs in.
Well, it looked very exciting. I caught a little bit of it standing outside. It looked fantastic.
So SATO 48 is a film festival that is so much fun. I've been a part of it, and during their 10th anniversary, and they're kind of family friends. We've known them for a while, but it's fun to get them on and talk about this. I think it takes place in April, but I will talk to them in the second period about when it will take place. But what's taking place right now is a 1-1 game between these two teams, and right now it on the scoreboard looks like it is East Texas Baptist taking advantage of things. They have a 16-9 shot advantage, but a 1-1 game here in the second. Long change here, so it'll be Dante Petrini with the puck, taken away by the Panthers, and Keegan Ferguson got as far as the red line, and it's upended there. A couple of players fight for it, and it will be grabbed by the Panthers and Ferguson. He'll drive it out to center, gets as far as the red line, and shot right back in. Just shy of a minute gone in this period. Puck taken away, and it connects with Ferguson, left side. Ferguson couldn't get around the stick check of Ben Ireland, and as he steps in front, the Panthers get a short change. Grabbed by Neil Serrato, sends it in front, off the pad of the goaltender McCutcheon. Cleared into the corner. Now up the middle, a drive that's deflected away, taken by the Panthers briefly, and now it'll be the Tigers of ETBU. They bring it across the right side line, drive in, and a save as Alec King gets the shot, held onto by Brett Sweet. So you mentioned, Grayson, that ETBU and penalties kind of don't mix.
They're not good friends. We'll say that. The Tigers had a little bit of a struggle throughout the last couple of games, staying away from the box. They've cleaned it up in practice, but still, once they get in the box, it relies up to the four guys in the penalty kill, and sometimes it's hard because they're out there for so long.
Well, speaking of penalty, we are going to get a penalty. It's a delayed call, and it goes against the Tigers, and Drury will have the man advantage. The first penalty of the game will be assessed, and this one, I take it back, it's the first penalty of the game for ETBU. There's already been one penalty, and it gets assessed to Dmitry Sergeyev, number 25, so he will go into the box. Sergeyev does have 6 goals on the season, got one last weekend. So a power play for the Panthers.
Dmitry Sergeyev, 2 minutes for interference. Time of the penalty, 1:41.
So interference is the call. Here's a drive up high, score! I believe it'll be Cody Larenko's goal, who tipped it in from the high slot shot. It's a power play goal, and it's a 2-1 lead for Drury. Larenko will get his 3rd of the season.
Well, the Tigers' penalty kill unit just kind of looked a little bit lost as soon as Drury took immediate advantage and started to attack the net of McCutcheon. The Tigers weren't able to keep their zone, and that inevitably led into a Drury lead, now 2-1.
That is a power play goal. Panthers
goal! A power play goal! Scored by number 77, his 3rd of the season, Cody Larenko! Assisted by Louis Fournier and Riley O'Connor. Time of the goal, 2:02.
Okay. Kevin Klein very excited on that goal. Again, a power play goal. They still haven't put it up on the board yet, though, but it is a 2-1 lead for the Panthers. Gilligan, he'll have it, roll it all the way around. It'll go to the far side. They battle for it there. Again, a 2-1 lead for the Drury Panthers. Cleared off the boards by Hayden Doggett and cleared out to center where it will be grabbed by Brigante. Panthers trying to catch ETBU in a line change. They're slow to get it going, though. Doggett will send it in. Drops it off into the corner. Now back behind the net. 16:35 remaining in this period. Shots a little closer now. It's 18-10 in favor of ETBU. We're going to get a penalty in front. A delayed call and another one. And just back off, Hayden Doggett. Officials will try to get both if they can. But it looks like it will be another ETBU penalty. And it's funny because, Grayson, we just talked about this to start the period, about issues, and this is a holding call that will be assessed, I believe, to Ben Ireland.
Well, Ben Ireland, the rookie, first year here with the Tigers, he hasn't found the box too much this season. He plays pretty solidly clean, but occasionally he will have the unusual amount where he gets sent to the box for those 2 minutes.
Panthers scored on the first power play goal. We'll see if they score here. And it was a very quick one. Puck is cleared all the way down. Grayson, you mentioned earlier that it's pretty loud in here, and yes, it's very loud in here. Brand new PA announcer. I do like him. He's really good, but boy, is he loud. Drive comes in. Oh, what a save. As we're talking about loud PA announcers, it's a Matthew Tisdale shot that was gloved, and Gavin McCutcheon comes up big.
Well, one thing that when I got here that I loved to see was how packed this barn is with Drury fans, and like you said, even Missouri State fans and parents, and a couple ETBU fans. It's just great to see everybody here showing excitement for both teams.
Puck driven all the way down into the Panthers' end of the ice, stopped by the goaltender Brett Sweet. Taken by Keegan Ferguson. He'll flip it up to the left side, and along the boards it'll be regained by the Tigers and sent all the way down. 1:06 remaining in the power play. Different power play this time. Panthers scored early on in the first one. They have nothing to show for it, and 57 seconds left. Puck cleared out and sent down by Sergeyev. Into the near side boards. He'll intercept. Pushing his way through is Franson Young-Menard. And here come the Panthers with Louis Fournier. Across the line, drive in, blockered into the corner, and we get a stoppage in play as it comes out of play. 2-1 Panthers on their 13th shot.
Well, McCutcheon has been able to make some solid saves there with both stick side, glove side, and we saw earlier that diving split save. And honestly, from up here, it looked a little bit painful for me.
Well, I'm a goaltender myself, and I probably couldn't have made that save. Panthers now with 22 seconds remaining in the power play. A chance to take a 2-goal lead. Drive comes in, score! Patrick Labutis was in front. It was the same shot that came from up top from Fournier. And he's reacting like it's his goal directly. Now the officials, for some reason, are talking things over here. But apparently it's a good goal. So this is another power play goal.
And that's scored by number 77, Cody Lorenko, growing the lead for the Panthers. And he let one go from the left, from the high slot, and his all teammates just collapsed, but the puck went in the back of the net, and that's a strong power play, 100% for the Panthers so far here in this game.
A power play goal his 4th of the season, 2nd of the night, Cody Lorenko. Assisted by number 76, Louis Fournier. Time of the goal, 5:19. Lorenko from Fournier at 5:19.
There you go. There's the goal. Power play goal, the second straight one, and it almost was the same play from the shot from the high slot. Puck tipped all the way down in for Alec King. Panthers with it in their own zone. Makes its way behind the net. Battle for it there. A couple of players collide. One of them is Dante Petrini. He's double teamed. Panthers dig it out. Flipped up, taken away briefly by On. Now the Panthers steal shot hits the post. Alec King looking to put the Tigers within a goal. As we all know, 3-1's the worst lead in hockey, but it didn't happen. It hit the inside of the post. That puck beat the goaltender. Now we're going to get a penalty. It's a delayed call. It's a roughing call. And going into the box, Neil Serrato.
Well, now we get to see the Tigers power play unit again. Like he said, we saw them early in the first, but the penalty kill unit from the Panthers overplayed the power play unit for the Tigers. So let's see if the Tigers can make something here on this power play one-man advantage.
Time of the penalty, 7:18.
So a roughing call goes to Serrato. Now left side, right side, drive right on the doorstep. Looking to tap it in was Carson Luce, and he could not put the stick down in time. Puck is cleared back. It'll be set up by Niven. 1:31 remaining in the power play. So the Panthers who scored on 2 consecutive power plays, now waiting to kill one off. Here's On. Pass down in low, up the middle, a deflection by the Panthers. That was Tisdale, but he's going to draw a penalty. So Tisdale will go for trip.
And this is the first time tonight we'll see a two-man power play advantage. It's drawing to the Tigers 5-3. Here, almost halfway through the second.
So the Panthers with a couple of players sitting in the box.
Well, that is a really cool camera angle. You're going to see right into the box.
We do it all here.
At Teasdale, 2 minutes for tripping. Time of the penalty, 7:57.
So a two-man advantage and a perfect opportunity, but a pass goes awry by Zeiss. And it'll be set up once again by East Texas Baptist. A golden opportunity to get back in this game. Panthers on the penalty kill, 78.4%. Potentially delayed offside. The officials say it's good. Here we go. Drive comes in, just missing wide. Off the stick out in front by Trevor Begley. Now Begley in front of the net. Works it to Caleb Kearns. Begley again. Right side with 26 seconds left in the two-man advantage. Begley up high. Now left side drive, and it goes up high. Left side of the goaltender right as you watch it, as Guntro got that one up high. Power play, two-man advantage for 13 seconds. Good defensive stick work there by Hunter Findlay, but play stays in. 6 seconds to go in the two-man. Now over to the right side, worked it to Guntro. Now a nice touch pass, one man's out for the Panthers. Puck is cleared out to center. Panthers can't exchange. Here's right side, a drive in, pad save, rebound. It works into the corner. Finally, no. Yes, it is cleared. The initial shot by Kearns was cleared, and the Panthers finally can get someone out. Oh, do we get a penalty here? No, we don't. As dumped in front was Kane. Play comes all the way down to the Panthers zone, but we do get an icing call with 21 seconds remaining in the power play.
Well, that's not the break you want for the Tigers. A beautiful penalty kill from the Panthers to drop it from a 5-on-3 to a 5-on-4. Now the Tigers have to start all over in their own zone with that 21 seconds left, and the Tigers need something here, especially trailing by 2. They're all about their momentum-based team.
15 seconds remaining in the power play. Coming down to the halfway mark of this contest. In a 3-1 game, ETBU with the only goal by Begley, but Drury with Ferguson and Lourenco getting 2 power play goals. So we're back to full strength. Puck flipped up along the glass. Sillenpaw is there. Now to be grabbed by Riley O'Connor. O'Connor, he's 10th in scoring, has a 2-game assist streak. Points in 2 of his last 6 games. Battle along the goal line. Getting pushed from behind is O'Connor. Play continues. Off the back of the net, where it'll be gloved. Played with a high stick, but officials say it's good. In the zone now, drive, and missing the attempted tip was Will Sloan on the drive by Brigante. Panthers have it across the line. Here's Tisdale with a drive, and it's blocked. Dumping it down is Sillenpaw. Tyler Sillenpaw's only assist came against Maryville September 30th. That's his only points. Last year, Sillenpaw had 3 goals and 7 assists in 20 games for Drury. Panthers across the line, left side. Here is Ferguson, and he's tried to slide it over to O'Rourke, and it didn't connect. Shots 20-14. They favor ETBU. Up high with a drive and a glove save as Serrato got the drive off, and doing the splits, making the save is McCutcheon.
Well, those are some fancy moves from the Panthers trying to get McCutcheon out of his crease, and for a second it looked like they had the opportunity, but McCutcheon came over the adversity on that and was able to get the glove save once again for the Tigers.
Here comes ETBU. They bring it across the line. Worked at the half boards. Spun around. It's Sergeyev there. He'll drop it down in low, pick up his own pass. Dimitri. In low again. 3-1 Panthers. 2 goals on almost the exact same shot on the power play by Lourenco at 2:02 and 5:19. Here they come again, the Panthers with a drive and a pad save. Ferguson looking for 2. Held in again, tipped in front, missed wide. Off the stick of O'Rourke. We're going to get a penalty. It's a delayed call. It's going to go against the Panthers. They touch up. It is a tripping call. And another power play for the Tigers. This is number 4. Going into the box, Ethan O'Rourke.
Well, we saw for the Panthers, number 81, Keegan Ferguson, rushing down on that near side, what we thought to be a breakaway, but shot and redirected by McCutcheon. Ferguson has been helping out the Panthers. He was the first to get on the board in the first, and he has been on his toes all game.
Shot up high by Niven, misses. Jeremy Niven, 4 goals, 8 assists out of Grand Prairie, Alberta, Canada. Puck behind the net, far side, still a battle for it there. Dugout, grabbed by the Tigers. Shot comes in from the right side. That goes up over the net as Niven got the shot. I don't think Sweet saw it. It went up over, and then once he realized it bound on the net behind him, he looked back and saw it. Tigers trying to set it up again, and a shot that did not connect well on the stick of Timothy Ruff. And he missed behind the net. 1:12 to go in the power play. Panthers do not clear. Kept in, drive, moved into the corner by Finley. Power play with 1:03. Puck to the far side, taken by On, and it's cleared. So Grayson, the Tigers getting some good looks. It's just the shot selection that is a little tough for them right now.
Well, you've seen a lot of the shots, they're taking them from the blue line. Slab shots or some toe drag release, as you like to call it. But Sweet has just been incredible between the pipes. And another thing killing the Tigers is they haven't been able to have a man on that rebound side to get the putback, and when they do, they're either tripping or can't get their stick on the ice in time.
Sweet makes the save here. 17 seconds left in the penalty. 5:47 to go in the period. Coming up at the second period intermission, we'll go back and talk with Jeff and Jaw, the guys who put on SATO 48. SATO48.com, a 48-hour film festival. You can make your own film right here in Springfield. Puck tipped out, 9 seconds to go on the power play. Panthers steal. Power play is over. Here comes Hawley across the lines looking for a centering pass. Nothing doing there. Here is a puck that is flipped up, hits the back of the glass by Gunto. ETBU coming in number 17 in the West, 11-6-1. Drury Panthers, number 17 in the Central, 9-3. Here the Panthers come in. A shot by Ferguson is covered up by McCutcheon. 5:03 to go in the period.
Now, I have seen a lot of veterans jerseys in the past couple of weeks for ETBU, A&M, University of Texas, and now Drury, but I have to say Drury's are one of the...
As a Panthers score here right off the draw. This is going to be the hat trick for Cody Lourenco. It's his third goal. This one is not on the power play.
Well, and that was pretty. He's excited about it as well. Number 77, Cody Lourenco, finds a hat trick, like you said, once again on the net of McCutcheon. They draw their lead 4-1, and they are excited about it. It's going to be a new line for the Panthers. He took it on that left circle and found through that stick side of McCutcheon, and it drizzled into the net.
So the Panthers
goal! His third of the evening! Scored by number 77, Cody Lourenco! Assisted by number 37, Pat Enos, and number 80, Tyler Kane. Time of the goal, 15:01. Lourenco from Kane and Labidas.
So the Panthers at 15:01, Lourenco his third, fifth of the season. Labutis and Kane will get the assists. And now it is a 4-1 lead as the puck is cleared and sent all the way down. Oh, what a slow icing that was.
Fans, don't forget the jerseys that Drury University.
Well, we almost thought we just saw a fifth one for the Panthers. The shot by Keegan Ferguson hit the pipe. We heard it from up here, and it redirected. They made the icing, or the Tigers made the icing. So once again, prime real estate for the Panthers with 4:06 left here in the second.
Panthers with possession at center ice. They're not able to work it well. In all, you look at the shots at 22-19, and you would think at this point ETBU would have some kind of advantage, but we talked about the fact that their shots were not necessarily good scoring chances. They were shots on net, but nothing that would garner a quick goal. Buck steered aside in the ETBU zone, but it just takes one. As we know, 4-1 is the worst lead in hockey. Buck on the left side, driven wide by the stick of Brody, or make that Francis Young-Menard on defense, number 13. Grabbed by Hunter Findlay, his defensive partner. They bring it across the line. Kicked out as quickly as it goes in and played all the way down. ETBU with a line change. Drury gets a quick line change, and the Panthers on the ice. They go to Fournier with a drive up high, missing wide. Into the near side boards. They keep it into the Panthers. Shoveled over from Tisdale. Worked behind the net. Panthers worth it. Still with Franson Young-Menard. Shot misses wide as Franson Young-Menard, he's fourth in scoring, has a 4-game point scoring streak right now. Here's a drive in up high by Young-Menard and a glove save. It was pegging the upper right-hand corner, but McCutcheon makes the save there.
Now in the first and early in the second, we saw the Tigers led by a larger amount in shots on goal. But here with 2:24 left in the second, it is now close, pretty even. Drury with 20 shots on net of McCutcheon, and the Tigers 22 on the net of Sweet. But McCutcheon allowing 4, Sweet allowing 1.
Panthers with possession in their own zone. Puck is taken away. It's cleared out to center with 2:08 to go in the period. Connection to Fournier. Across the line, 3-on-3 into the zone. Good defensive work there. On the far side boards, do we get a penalty here? No, we don't. Play continues. Panthers almost drew a penalty. Riley O'Connor may have, but the officials say play on. Larenko, or Fournier actually. Fournier with the puck. He gets a shot in that's blocked off the stick of Brigante. Puck up high, kept in by Sillenpaw, worked over on the left side, up high again with a drive by Serrato, save, rebound, loose, into the corner once again. Brigante, that is, as fanning on the shot was a Panther who just wound up, that's Sillenpaw, and he flat out missed it. Panthers line change, Serrato, that is, shoots it in. Over to the far side, kept in by, I believe, Zon Warner on the ice now, 27. Puck is flipped out. Nope, that's 37, Patrick Labutis. So we get a whistle and a stoppage in play. New uniforms that they are wearing here are the military-style uniforms that will be auctioned off after tomorrow's game. So 59.1 seconds left. Once again, the Panthers not getting called for a potential trip. Here we come across the line, working it through with a drive and just missing was Alec King. Now work it again with 38 seconds remaining. Puck to the near side. Now back behind the net. Panthers having trouble getting it out of their own zone. They lead 4-1, but still having trouble. And now we get a whistle and a stoppage in play. 23.3 seconds left.
And 26, Alec King, he had the defender beat. He had a toe drag there, got it around the defenseman Panther, on that left circle off the left shoulder of Sweet, but he missed the net going high left. But he had all the room with a beautiful dangle met up there by Alec King.
3 goals in this period, 2 power play goals by Lourenco, and then also a even strength goal, his 3rd of the game. Now we've got a Panther down. That's Lourenco. He's getting up, but he was skating like maybe something had happened to his skate. Puck deflected away, and that'll do it. Now we got Lourenco. He goes and skates by Gunto, and the officials look at everybody and say it's intermission time. We got to talk to Jeff and Jog. Get going. 4-1 is the score. Lourenco with 3 goals, 2 power play goals, and an even strength goal. 4-1 is where we are after 1 period of play. We'll take a quick break, and when we get back, Jeff Klinkenbeer and John will talk to both of them in just a moment. But after 2 periods of play, it is a 4-1 lead for the Drury Panthers.
Pearson Kelly Office Products presents
Great Moments in Office Technology.
When Julie gets bored at work, she writes funny captions to pictures of animals she found online. Then she realized she could send all of her pictures in one gigantic message to her coworkers. At that moment, Julie created Junk Email. Now, employees can enjoy their days watching auto-tuned sneezing pandas. There are plenty of ways to waste your company's money. Your copier shouldn't be one of them. Pearson Kelly Office Products. Business made simple.
And we are back at Jordan Valley Ice Park, Stan Melton Ice Arena. Back with Jeff and Jaw again, and guys, I had a couple of seconds to think about what I wanted to talk about. So a couple of questions for you. One, is there one, or maybe there was 2 videos or submissions that really sticks out in your mind?
There's quite a few.
Yeah, there's quite a few.
Yeah.
But you know, every year, this is what makes it so exciting. There are like so many videos that are funny if they're intending to be, scary, dramatic. One submission this year, I've never cried at one of the SATO 48 films. Never, and this one makes me cry. Yeah, it was an opera. It was a big production. It was very, very, very well done. And then, of course, you laugh at a lot of things. Very funny. Great comedies.
Yeah. Earlier you asked about the places where they were challenging, and one year we had a team, it had a drinking scene.
Alcohol.
Okay, so they actually drank real liquor.
Yes.
Oh, wow.
So needless to say, they did not turn in on time, nor anything, actually. They just completely fell apart as a team. But I guess they had a good evening.
Yeah, absolutely. Have there been situations where maybe the weather or something happened to where, I don't know, have you ever had to call off?
No, we never did. We went even through pandemic, the 2 years of COVID, we went through it as well.
We did all online.
Online.
But you know, Missouri weather, one year it snowed on them. This past year, one team did a movie called Pain in the Boat, and they were on a lake, and it was freezing cold, and it's supposed to be the summer, so the actor and actress are both in like these skimpy things, freezing to death, and then the shot's over and they're putting coats on, and the crew is on a single boat, so it's like 9 people on this boat, and the wind is blowing the boat around. They can't anchor it, so they have to wait just, because the reverse shot will look weird otherwise, because the sun will be on one side then the other.
Sure.
It was just a nightmare for them, but they got it in on time.
Yeah, they did.
That's what these filmmakers learn. They learn resilience.
Well, that's true, and but the thing is, I guess because you're doing it because there's a time limit and because you have a deadline. But if normally when you film something, I mean, I've gone to a couple, which is what got me into filmmaking. I went to a couple of Hollywood films, and I remember going on the set, and I kid you not, it took them all day to film 30 seconds worth. Well, okay, and then talk about food. Well, so now everyone's going and they're eating and they're rehearsing their lines and they're setting up the filming and they do it for 10 seconds. Oh, they don't like the take. Now they got to wait for the lighting or something else, or something didn't work. They go back and have more food and they just keep going. And it took all day to film 30 seconds. Well, when you have the luxury, you can do that, but not with SATO 48.
Not with SATO 48, and not with most independent films. The budget just doesn't allow that kind of, time being spent. But if once you learn to shoot well quickly, you're gold. And this is what SATO 48 proves for the filmmakers.
And that's another thing. What about editing? Because here's the thing. I would assume that you have to time everything out. You have to know, as soon as you get the inspiration package, how long it's going to take for you to write it, how long it's going to take for you to shoot it, and then how long it's going to take for you to edit it. And then maybe go through a couple of reviews before you re-edit again. For folks that are thinking, okay, I might want to do this, what do you have to go through?
So it's good to divide it into three, right? You have production and post-production. It's best to leave post-production the most amount of time, like you were saying earlier. You went through first edit. If you don't like it, you want to go to the second edit again. Some you might want to go do a second pickup. Mostly you don't want to do that. So yeah, I mean, you get the inspiration packet. It's 48 hours.
This is all fine and good what he's describing, unless you don't have any inspiration for your story, and everybody's just sitting there kind of staring at each other, going, "What are we going to write about?" So, and that can take a long time. Sometimes it's instant, but it's inspiration. You can't make it happen, but you can hang out where it might happen. One team, they took the whole evening and the next morning to write their script and then got rolling. So it's different every time.
Is there a film that was very simple but very good?
Yeah. 1 year, a group of 11-year-olds, they won.
They won Best Film.
Best Film because they told a great story. Production wasn't all that great, but the story was wonderful.
It was called Voodoo Pez, and it was about being possessed by Pez dispensers, and so your head would spin back every time, and it was really, really cute. And they got on stage, they won Best Film, they were 11, they took the statue. It was the year that their parents didn't come with them to the awards ceremony. They were there with their aunt, so they got really mad at their parents and ran away from home and, got into all kinds of trouble. That never happened. I'm just making that part up. But that's what good stories are.
Sure.
They're made up. Who cares about the truth?
Now, when I started going, I've seen all different things. I saw from the beginning where it was just raw and really amateurish, so to speak. I don't want to use the word amateurish, but that's kind of what you saw. And it's progressed and it's changed and it's gone through where it looks like it came from a production studio, and the sound is great. That's the biggest key, is sound. And the sound was amazing. And then all of a sudden there's all these awards for different categories that you didn't have before. That's kind of what it's materialized to, isn't it?
This is something that Jeff had also noticed, that sound is important. So we make sure that we have an award for sound, but good sound, because you have good sound is something that hurts.
No, like a bad image doesn't hurt your eyes, but bad sound literally hurts your ears.
Sure.
And so you want to make sure the sound's right. Now, with regard to you're talking about prizes, which is where the community gets involved. The awards are the Academy Award style, direction, editing, etc. But prizes are what the community wants. One year, or over a number of years, a woman who loves animals, she gave the best portrayal of a pet or animal in a movie prize. Other people are interested in what goes behind the scenes. So a family that puts the film together, they might win a prize. And everybody gets involved in their own way, and because film is so flexible, it can take it.
The one thing that I do like about the whole experience, I guess, of it, is that even if, like you just said, even if you're not experienced, if you're young, it doesn't matter. You could still win this thing.
Yeah. You could win awards and prizes. And more importantly than that, you get to network with other filmmakers and find your community and find who you might want to work with next time or who might want to work with you next time.
People are very creative when they're using their equipment. Somebody says, you have to have the best camera and so forth. So a few years back, someone did try to use their iPhone with that technology. They did a very good job. And this year, with the technology the way it is, was one team that did everything on iPhone.
Including the editing. Yeah. and delivered all on the iPhone.
That's amazing. Now,
Yeah.
for folks that are wondering when is it, I know they can go to SATO48.com and they could go look and find out. But generally, when does the filming take place?
Okay, well, the first thing is to get your team and register.
Okay, yes.
Okay, and that is January 17. We are opening registration. That's 100 days out from the filming weekend, which is April 26th.
Yeah, the filming is
Now,
April
do you
26th.
want people to register early so you know what to expect?
Absolutely, and if they register early, that kind of puts them on the map of like, okay, we're going to learn our equipment. We're going to be sure we know what all the rules are, and look everything over on the website.
Now, when do you have for this coming up in 2024? Is all the information on the website right now?
Yes, all the rules are always up there, yes.
So people can go on there, they can see, well, you don't announce the inspiration package until the day of.
The very moment.
Yes.
And what we do, it's kind of fun, it's the kickoff, and we pass out envelopes, sealed envelopes to all the filmmakers, and then we say, okay, everybody, open your envelope, and then we read the inspiration package while they're reading it. We give them a chance to ask some questions, but we tell them, don't ask creative questions because you're giving away your thinking to your competitors. And then they head off and start making their movies. And then they submit 48 hours later online, and that's got to be to the second. In fact, one of the things we've been able to do previous years, people have been a second late, literally a second late. That's late. Late is late. But what we do now is we start recording their cursor tracking, so that if they are late, we can show them the proof that they weren't clicking the right buttons.
Sure.
And it's really made some of the conversations much easier because they're like, oh, this. Well, no, actually, this is what you did. Like, oh, okay, you're right.
Now, you can't be over 5, but is there a under limit?
No. A lot of times the animations are like 3 minutes.
Okay.
And if you fulfill the inspiration package, right, John?
Yeah.
And I know that you mentioned that there was one that made you cry, but what are some that maybe stick out in your mind that you think, I can't believe somebody came up with this?
Well, there was one with 13, right? The guy who had a creepy thing come out of his bag.
Yeah, it's the year we used there was a failed insulin pen dispenser, which was this gray box with a red top that turned. And one of the filmmakers made it as an implant in the back of an alien. And you don't know that he's alien until the camera just sort of goes like this, and then you see this bloody pulsing thing in his back. It's very memorable. The movie that one of the ones that I remember most was just shown at the Gilloys. Now, SATO 48 is a resident company of the Gilloys, and on every other Wednesday they have a matinee where they show an old film from the past. Well, we pair a SATO 48 film with that movie. Last weekend, they showed Cape Fear.
Okay.
Well, we picked a scary movie, and the scare in it, like the jump scare, made the whole audience gasp. And at the end, everyone went, wow. And then as they were leaving, one woman said, I think your short film was scarier than Cape Fear.
Are there any that over the years that, when I say stick out on your in your mind, I mean where perhaps you thought this isn't going anywhere, and then at the very end, aha.
Yeah, there's a filmmaker who lives in Florida now, and he would make movies like that. You would think it was this regular drama, and then all of a sudden the demons would come up out of the linoleum and grab the mobster, and like, wow, okay, that's super cool. You know, and they'd be like, he was a great makeup and costume artist, and had an underwater camera, so his films almost always has some kind of underwater component. He did one this year from Florida about a little girl who's a vampire. It was really cute and creepy, very creepy.
And there's some filmmakers, they have a track of doing a certain way of doing it. There was one filmmaker, when they first made it first year, we just couldn't figure it out. It's like, wow, this is really bad, right? You were talking about. Second year, kind of figured it. Third year, exactly I know what he's trying to do. And it was funny.
Yeah.
Once you figure that out.
And you know, see, we want to talk about the success stories because it's not just, you know, that 48 hours, the more ambitious filmmakers take their movie, they enter them in the festivals. One woman had a really great science fiction story. She entered it in a science fiction festival, ended up on a panel discussion. And when the audience found out she had made that in 48 hours for almost no money, there were no more questions for anybody else on that panel. And in the audience were two executive producers looking for a director for a new pilot. She called them and she said, I'm making TV money.
Well, that's what I was going to ask. Has there been any folks that have come out of SATO 48 that are actually making good money now?
Oh yeah, many. One
Hype Media. Go ahead, John.
Hype Media is one who does the Carno videos like what you do. And there was another film, he's the DP. He calls his own salary. He travels around the world doing what he loves doing.
Yes, he's one of the top Steadicam operators.
Okay.
And he cut his teeth on SATO 48 films.
Now, SATO 48, which people don't understand or realize, is it's based in Springfield, Missouri.
Yes.
But I know you said that people have come from England and all parts over. That you can remember because you have 48 hours to film this. So you almost think that people are filming locally around here. Is there a film that maybe they filmed someplace else and you couldn't believe that they got it back and did it?
Yes. So 1 year, within 48 hours, they traveled all the way to Florida, the coast, and then came back. So they shot on the coast, the beach, and then they edited on their way back.
And another team.
And you know for sure they did that.
Oh yes.
Yes, we had to. They had to have all proof. Another team that we want to talk about is they had a team in Belarus. And so we looked at it, oh, this looks like stock footage. You have to show us. So they was able to show proof that they sent emails. And that
So the director here was directing a co-director in Belarus to get certain shots that they wanted, and they were going, and then he was uploading the footage, and then they would download it here in the Ozarks and edit it into the film. So you had this international SATO 48 film made in 48 hours.
Guys, we have no more 48 hours.
Okay.
We have to get to the next period of hockey. We could do this.
Oh wait, there's a hockey game?
There is, unfortunately.
No,
we could do this for days and days and days.
Yes.
Thanks so much. Again, it's SATO48.com.
Yes.
If anybody wants to get information and figure it out.
And even if you don't have a team, we have Matchup, which is a way you can find other team members or become a part of a team.
Jeff Klinkenberg.
Come watch.
Yeah.
Absolutely. Jeff Klinkenberg and Jaw. Just Jaw.
That's fine.
Thanks, Steve.
Thanks so much, guys.
Absolutely.
Thanks so much. We'll take a break and be back. More hockey coming up in a moment.
This is Barrel Bob, MoDOT's Work Zone spokesbarrel. You'll be seeing more of me as the weather warms up. Crews will be working on our roads. That means lanes will be closed for construction and maintenance work on our highways. As you approach a work zone, please don't drive distracted. You need to pay attention. I want you and my friends working on the roads to all get home safely. Remember, buckle up and put down your phone. A message from the Missouri Department of Transportation.
Back here. There we are. We're back here at Jordan Valley Ice Park, Stan Melton Ice Arena. It's loud in here for some reason. I have to figure out why it is just so loud. Oh, because there's a cheering crowd here for the Drury Panthers, who have a 4-1 lead as we head into the third period. And the Panthers, on the strength of 3 Louis Fournier goals, have that advantage. Play is underway in the third period. Puck to the far side boards. It's deflected at center and sent right back in by ETBU's Niven. At the line, though, it is the Panthers who will retreat in their own zone. Francis Young-Menard. He's there to give it over his defensive partner, Hunter Finley. Panthers have it. They bring it across the line. Here's Ethan O'Rourke with a drive in, and it's gloved quickly by
Mika Crevier.
Yeah, Mika Crevier. He is in nets. There is another goaltender. I knew that it was not the right goaltender, McCutcheon. But this is, I would believe then, Grayson, his second start.
His second time being on the ice as a goaltender for the Tigers. His last one, he allowed 2 goals against Texas State. And now he's starting the third period for the Tigers in net. McCutcheon let in 4, and the coaching staff decided to pull him and put Crevier in.
So Mika Crevier from Montreal, Canada. In one game, he is 1-0. Only allowed 2 goals against, has a 2.0 goals against average for Crevier, who is in nets. And He's kind of one of those big, tall guys. If he butterflies down, he covers the entire net.
Standing at 7 feet.
Yeah, I did see that, and I was not entirely sure if that was a error or not, but yes. Well, with skates on, he's probably like 7'2" now.
Every time we have a conversation, I'm always staring up at him.
Oh, that is kind of funny. Because I'm technically, I'll get to it in a second, and here come the Panthers. Across the line, Fournier with a drive in and a save by Crevier. Sees his first shot, and he's able to make a save. But what I was going to mention is that I'm a quarter of an inch taller than my wife, but when she wears her shoes, I have to look up at her. Shot, score right off the draw. I'll give you one guess. And the guess is he already has 3 goals. Cody Lourenco will get his 4th of the season, of the game, 6th of the season, and it is 5-1 Drury. Here in the 3rd period, the Panthers have scored 4 straight goals.
Well, the game for the Panthers has been number 77, Cody Lourenco, and the first shot, or the second shot on the net of Crevier was a goal. They went glove side, beat him right in that corner, barely got a piece of the pipe.
Assisted on the play by number 37, Patrick Labinas. Time of the goal, 150.
Meanwhile, we're going to get a penalty here. It's a hooking call. And who's going to go? It looks like Carson Luce is going to go.
Well, this is another penalty kill for the Tigers. They've been on the kill twice, and they both got scored on. That was in the second period. One in the first, one in the second period. Hopefully, with a new goal, he changes the momentum, and they get an opportunity to get the penalty kill here with Begley, Zeiss, Brigante, and Niven.
2:11. Loose. 2 minutes for hooking at 2:11.
So there you go. It is power play number 3 for the Panthers. 1:37 remaining in this power play opportunity. Drive comes in, missing wide. That came off the stick of Finley. Puck is taken away and sent all the way down, where Sweet will stop it there. Shots 23-22 now. They do favor the Drury Panthers. One news of note, if you have missed it, but the Drury Panthers have been accepted as a Division I team. So next year, the Panthers will be a Division I squad, and they will also have a Division III team. So the Panthers getting a couple of movements settled up for next season. Puck up high off of the stick of Francis Young-Menard. Menard again, now left side, working it to Fournier from the right, back over to the left. Up high to Menard, right side, Fournier fanned on the shot. Work behind the net. Caleb Kearns is there, Kearns can't clear. Panthers have it for 32 more seconds on the power play. They cycle it to Tisdale, over to the right side now as it makes its way to Fournier. Fournier with it. He gets hooked a little bit by Ruff. Now someone lost their stick. That is Gunto. He picks it up. Panthers have it. They're going to change one player, and they're going to keep Francis Young-Menard up top with a drive-in save. Rebound, chip just wide of the official. Puck taken away and cleared and sent all the way down. Well, head coach Jeremy Law of the Drury Panthers, he coached Missouri State for 6 years, and they were Division I, and now he's moved back up to Division I with Drury. 5-1 in favor of the Panthers. 4 goals by Lourenco, and Ferguson also has one. The lone goal for ETBU is Begley's. That coming in the first period. Puck at the half boards. Grabbed out by the Tigers. They're trying to rush a 3-on-3, but they can't do it as it's Petrini to bring it in. Now Petrini right on the doorstep looking to poke it home, but it'll be the Panthers who have it. They clear it, they flip it up into the net. 15:07 to go in the period. 5-1 Panthers. Shots 24-22. And Grayson, you mentioned that this is going to be some of the last games, at least ETBU is going to be on the road. They'll be road warriors for a while.
Well, they've been on the road here since the middle or the beginning of October. They've had a lot of games traveling A&M, UNT, Texas University in Austin, and now Missouri, and they'll do once again back to Waco, and then to finish it off, SMU in Dallas for the regular season.
Puck chipped out and grabbed by the Tigers. Taken by Blake Branham. Has an assist this season. Puck sent all the way down into the Drury zone for an icing call. 4:14, make that 14:40. I don't know where I got 4:14 from.
Well, the Tigers, they need to find something here if they want to get back into it, because this is the time where either team can start to just slide and accept whatever is on the board. The Panthers can let their guard down, especially with the 5-1, and the Tigers can also just give up on themselves, and that's something they can't do.
Mentioned Cody Lorenko. He only had 2 goals coming into this game. He already has 4, and that will push him up to at least 4th spot with those 4 goals, in scoring, that is. Puck at the line, getting dumped in front is Carson Luce. Officials say play on. Panthers will send it down in. It's a delayed offside, so they'll have to clear the zone. 14 minutes remaining in the period. 5-1 in favor of the Panthers. Drury comes in only 1-3 this season at home. Here's Abel. Centered it in front, and it goes behind the stick of Gage Robb. Drive comes in. Abel skates through. Puck sent up the middle and right off the stick of Robb. It hopped over him. Now the Panthers steal again. Robb down into Abel. Abel works it. Pass deflected, taken away. Ireland, can he clear? No, but it's gloved by Begley, who will send it out. And the Panthers go back in their own zone with Neil Serrato. Serrato this season had a shootout winning goal against Oklahoma State back on September 15th. 13:11 to go. Puck comes right out in front, and it'll be held on to by Brett Sweet.
A couple of saves there from the goaltender for the Tigers, Mika Crevier. Like we said earlier, second playing time as a goaltender for the Tigers. He started in the third to replace the number 1 Gavin McCutcheon. He's allowed one early in the third, scored by number 77 Cody Lorenko, who that would be his 4th goal of the night, just tallying up the statistics.
13 minutes to go in the period. Panthers looking to get double digits in wins this season. They're 9-3 coming in. But flipped off the boards and sent out. Making his way through is Alec King, but the Panthers steal. O'Connor, line of O'Connor, Tisdale, and Fournier. Now a shot comes in, and a good save is tipping it right in front was O'Connor. And a good save by Crevier, who came in relief of starting goaltender Gavin McCutcheon. McCutcheon came in facing 21 shots as we get the puck deflected. And right now we're at 25, so 4 shots on Crevier in this period.
And Crevier once again glove side save. And all he had to do was just stay standing because, like we said, he's so tall, standing at 7 feet and probably 7'3" with those skates on. Just hogging up the whole cover of the net.
Yeah, he can basically stay in front of the net, keep his arms up, and cover almost every portion of it. Puck down in low, off the side of the net. It bounces out in front, and the Panthers are able to clear and get it out to center ice. Across the line. Here comes Labutis with a drive, and he missed wide. Now it makes you wonder if the Panthers are going to give the puck to Lourenco. He has 4. Could he get 5? Puck driven down.
The Tigers trying to apply that dump down, having one of their forwards hang on by Drury blue line, but they haven't been able to hold the puck down on the ice with their stick blade. And they've been giving themselves some opportunities, just not capitalizing, pulling that goalie out of the crease.
Here come the Panthers again, and a good defensive play by Petrini, as the Panthers had a 2-on-1, and Petrini gets the stick down. Puck to the corner. It is deflected off of the stick of Hawley and sent down along across the line into the Panthers zone with 10:45 to go in the period. And a 5-1 Panthers lead. 10:37 of the clock rolling here in this third. Sillenpaw. Someone broke a stick, and going to the bench is Begley for ETBU. Now the Tigers with Niven in. Puck off the side of the net, goes into the corner now. These same two teams tomorrow will have it for you right here on Web Sports Radio. Hope that you will tune in. 6 o'clock Central Time. Oh, a nice move is O'Rourke, but he forgot the puck on the secondary attempt on the shot. Puck taken away by the Tigers. Driven out by King. Nice move, to not get around the defense of SATO though.
Well, that toe drag move by O'Rourke is deadly. We've seen it on both sides of the puck for the Tigers and for the Panthers, and they've been able to give themselves a clear spot on the net, just haven't been able to find the net with the puck.
Puck sent out, and the Tigers again with it. Shot that comes in, it originated from Brie. Now it's into the corner again. Brie sends it down low. Forechecking by Francis Young-Menard of the Panthers. Now drive by Brie, save, rebound, loose, and it stays on the line. Gunto, they'll bring it back behind the net. Connects on the right side with Kearns. Now Brie drops it down. Chasing it is John Petrone. Seeing players in the lineup now for ETBU that didn't get playing time early on.
Well, that looked painful for the ref. He was taken down, but it looks like the body of O'Rourke on the near side by Panther blue line.
Yeah, officials, unfortunately, part of the play, and it hurts even more when you get checked because you thought, oh, the goaltender falls down in front. That was sweet. Puck comes up, but it's the Panthers who have possession. Now to Abel across the line, left side. Abel with a shot in and an easy save by Crevier. Worked by Bien. Off the boards, drive in, save, score! Francis Young-Menard, I don't know if he gets credit of the goal. He's looking like he is. I thought initially that was a save, but it just trickled past the goaltender, Crevier, and in, and it is a 6-1 lead.
Well, that goal taken from the near side blue line, from the Tigers blue line, was number 13, Francis Young-Menard. It snuck in on the stick side of Crevier down low. Thought it was a block, but he couldn't fully get his pads down on the ice in time and beat that skate blade into the back of the net, and they will draw the lead 6-1.
Scored by number 13, Francis Young-Menard. Goal assisted by number 33, Xavier Abel, and number 22, Gage Robb. Time of the goal, 11:59.
So that's the call there. It's a 6-1 lead. And as you said, Grayson, Young Menard will get his second goal of the season.
Well, those assists also helping 33, Xavier Abel, like he said, and 22, Gage
And
Robb.
he scores again as Abel picks up the puck on the centering pass. And Abel will get his first goal this year with the Drury Panthers.
Well, just talking about him, a quick break for Abel coming down on that far side along with a couple Panthers, and he was able to find the back of the net, guarded by Crevier, who will stay in the game. Now the lead growing to 7-1 for the Panthers.
Goal, his first of the season, scored by number 33. Xavier Abel, assisted on the play by number 18, Riley O'Connor. Time of the goal, 12:51. Abel from O'Connor at 12:51.
So Abel and O'Connor, as PA announcer Kevin Klein says, it's 7-1. Shots now 29-24 in favor of the Drury Panthers. And at this point, with 6:39 remaining, we are going to see a power play as into the butt. Now they've put it up on the wrong side. So
Number 25, Dmitry Sergeyev. 2 minutes minor for elbowing. Time of the penalty, 13:21.
So Sergeyev will get the penalty call. Oh, the shot comes up high, goes off of the shoulder of Tisdale.
Sergeyev's second time being in the box. He was in the box on the first Drury, or the second Drury goal, the first power play goal in the first. Now back into the box. Number 25, the Russian Dmitry Sergeyev. Tigers penalty kill unit has to hold their zones that they're in charge of here.
Yeah, fans are going to get confused because right now it's technically a penalty that is on the wrong side of the board. But either way, it is a power play for the Drury Panthers. And they'll work it over cross ice, right side. Now it'll go to O'Rourke. Panthers on their fourth power play of the game. They have scored 2 power play goals. Both were goals by Lorenko. And we'll go over the scoring for you at the next stoppage in play. But it is definitely a louder than normal arena here today. Lorenko, or actually that's Fournier, 76. Drop down in low to go to Lorenko. Lorenko looking for goal number 5. Puck is taken away, cleared by Brie, and sent all the way down. 18 seconds to go on the power play. Stolen by the Tigers briefly, and it's taken away by the Panthers again with 6 seconds to go. Power play over, we're back to 5-on-5. Puck sent down. Worked around the far side. Kept in, a couple of players tangle in front. Now we're going to get a penalty, and it goes against ETBU.
Well, looking like the captain, number 18, Jeremy Niven, is going to be sent to the box for a 2-minute minor. Now, not the play you've normally seen from the Tigers in the past throughout this season.
Well, sorry, Grayson, they're talking it over. This may be more than just 2 minutes. It's very possible there'll be more, although they could be discussing the fact that the penalty should go on the opposite side. I'm not sure. Yeah, it's 2 minutes.
Tigers penalty to number 18, Jeremy Niven. 2-minute minor for elbowing. Time of the penalty, 15:34. Niven, 2-minute minor, elbowing at 15:34. It's
another power play. Here comes the shot in, save, rebound. It'll go to the corner now. Taken by Hawley, up high, left side. Here's a drive off the post as Ferguson gets it off the post. Crossbar the like, and it's another try for the Panthers. Right out in front, looking for a wraparound. They get the drive in and a save as O'Rourke is there. It was more like a stick check that deflected it away. We're going to get a penalty, and this one will draw a penalty against it's a roughing call. It's going to go against the Panthers. In the box will be Tisdale. And just a reminder, we are in the final 5, brought to you by Cadence Insurance.
Well, now we're going to see the first time of the night 4-on-4 play here in Springfield for the Tigers and the Panthers, and then the Tigers will get 44 seconds of power play. Maybe can chip at this deficit, but once again, this is not normal play for the Tigers. Just falling short a little bit too quick there in the second. Finding his hat trick with 77, Cody Lorenko for the Panthers, and that took all of the momentum out from the Tigers.
So roughing will be the call. And less than a minute left in the 4-on-4. Puck is chipped up high. Kept in by Labutis. Worked around into the corner. And cleared out to center. Shoved right back in by Labutis. And now with 3:05 to go in this third period, and a 7-1 lead for the Panthers. Getting held in front is Labutis. Fans react to the pushing and shoving as working his way through is Blake Branham. Taken by the Panthers. A shot up high, missing wide by Fournier. And it rolls all the way around. We are going to get a penalty. It's a cross check. Called against ETBU. And is that Niven going in for cross check? It is. No, it can't be him. He's in the box already.
That would be, I think, 19.
Branham? Yeah, it's Branham, I believe. 16 is in the box.
Sometimes those 6, 8, and 9s
absolutely
look a little bit close together when the jerseys are tucked away.
Tigers penalty to number 16, Blake Branham. 2-minute minor for cross-checking.
That's the call there. Now it is a 4-on-4 once again. As coming out of the box is Niven. Panthers work the 4-on-4 for another 35 seconds, and then they'll be shorthanded. Or then actually they'll have a power play. Well, the Panthers, that is. Shots 34-24. They favor the Drury Panthers. I said last time we would go over the goals for you, but it's just been a lot of action happening here. Puck sent all the way down, no icing though, as SATO will join. He'll pick up the puck. Cross ice pass, near side boards, across the line right side. Panthers have a 3-on-3, dive in front, save as SATO got that one, and a good save there by Crevier. Puck is cleared out to center and taken by Kearns and sent down. Ferguson, then it was Begley to make it 2-2, and then Lorenko with 4 straight goals for the Panthers. Young Menard makes it 6-1, and Abel 7-1. And here they come again to the Panthers. Shot partially broken up. Good defensive work there by Sergeyev. Now shot comes in off the side of the pad of the goaltender, Crevier, as he slid across, and he was able to keep it out. 30 seconds. Now it's a power play for the Panthers. They are on power play number
1 minute remaining in regulation.
7. I believe that's 7. Less than a minute to go in this period. Puck worked around. Lourenco up high. Now blast, missing wide by Fournier. 40 seconds. We're going to get a width. Well, what happened here? Clock is stopped. Play continues, but the clock is stopped. Now they're working the clock. So we'll get a little bit of extra time here. Power play is over. 35 seconds remains. Now fighting in front is Lourenco. He's fighting with Ireland, and the puck is taken away and cleared out to center. Here's Branham. Branham makes his way through, and defensively Finley denies that request to get a shot off. 17 seconds to go. A meeting in the corner now, and they're going to decide where they want to go after the game. And we get a whistle. We get a couple of players tied up in the corner.
Well, it looks like Branham was taken down by a Panther. Both got into a little bit of a tussle there, and they're both going to be headed to the penalty box.
And that's the best thing to do for the officials. Just go ahead and give it a 2-on-2 scenario. So 4 aside, unless they're going to not put them on the board. They may not.
Well, that looks like Riley O'Connor, number 18 for the Panthers, and Blake Branham, number 16 for the Tigers, with 6.9 seconds left in the third period.
Face-off one taken by the Panthers, and that should do it for the third period. The Panthers win this contest by a count of 7-1. Ferguson will get a goal for Drury. Then Begley ties it up in the first period. Lourenco with 4 straight, 2 on the power play, and then 2 even strength goals to make it a 5-1 game. Then Young Menard right off the face-off scores at 6-1, and then Abel gets a centering pass from O'Connor and puts it up over the shoulder of the goaltender Crevier to make it a 7-1 contest. And McCutcheon will get the loss as he was in, having given up the game-winning goal. Panthers do put just 2 shots, if I have this right. 2 shots. I take that back, it's the other way around. It is the Tigers put just 2 shots in the third period on net for a 3-period total of 24. The Panthers put 35 total shots with 14 in the third period, and those are credited to Crevier. So they do have a player of the game.
Brother, one of those games you dream about playing in the ice ponds of Manitoba, huh?
Oh man, it's perfect. It's a very good game today.
So what does it mean to get a victory on home ice? Those have been hard to come by this year.
It's hard to come by. I don't know. I just think it's nice to be at home. Our fans are amazing. We absolutely love playing here, and it's all to you guys. You guys are nice and loud, and we love it like that. So just keep it going, and that's about it.
Well, we're back here again tomorrow night. What are you guys going to do to celebrate this one, or is it just forget about it and come out tomorrow?
It's a clean slate. Forget about it. Go to sleep. Wake up. It's 0-0. It's the same thing. Just a fresh start. We want 2 wins. We got 1. We just need 1 more.
4-goal performance tonight and a 7-1 victory for your Drury Panthers. Your player of the game!
Okay. It is Cody Lourenco They said Kevin Klein was a good announcer, and he definitely is, but he's blowing the ears off everybody here. Fantastic job there. So the Drury Panthers improved to 10-3 on the season, and 11-7-1 are the ETBU Tigers. Grayson, I know you wore the suit. I'm sorry to say the spell has been broken.
Haven't always won with it, but I'll be wearing it tomorrow once again, not only because it's the only suit I brought, but
there you go.
Got to stick with tradition through the highs and the lows.
Absolutely. Well, again, the final score is 7-1 in favor of the Drury Panthers, and we will have these same two teams tomorrow. We'll do it for you right here at Jordan Valley Ice Park and the Stan Melton Ice Arena. Well, that'll do it from Jordan Valley Ice Park, Stan Melton Ice Arena. For our cameraman, Clark Lowe, and for Kevin Klein, the PA announcer, for Scott Lutsky keeping us on the air, for Grayson Griffith joining us, and for Jeff and Jaw of SATO 48, I'm Steve Casson. Thanks for tuning in. We will see you tomorrow, and these same two teams ranked number 17 in each various divisions, the Panthers in the Central, the Tigers in the West. They will play again to see who will come out on top. So once again, as the Panthers on the strength of 4 Cody Lorenko goals. I don't know what it is. I mean, a hat trick is a natural hat trick, so what is 4 goals? A natural 4 trick? I don't know. Either way, it is 4 goals for Cody Lorenko, which has really broken open the score to make it a 7-1 final. Until tomorrow, good night, everyone.